Hey guys, round 2 at Toledo 2016. I got Andrew Jeske here. We got another new plane that has been unveiled here. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I know it's the plane without a name.
Yeah,
right?
we kind of do that a little bit differently. So all of my pattern planes, fly them, make sure that they're tweaked and set up before I put a name on them. Just one of those kind of superstitions that I have. You know, everybody kind of has their own superstition. Yeah. So until it's 100% done, I don't have a name for it. We actually did that a long time ago with the Blender Foamy. But this 2-meter pattern plane, kind of coming into, you know, a little bit different from the 3D side, IMAX side that we've done with the lasers. Pattern's my first love. It's what I've always done, precision flying. So we're like, it's time to come up with a pattern plane. 2 meters, you know, it's actually been flown quite a bit. Got a couple more changes that are needed, but it's in the works. Added a T-canalizer. You know, a lot of people don't understand really what that's all about.
Right,
so,
that's almost a bygone era.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, an F3A, that's kind of the norm now. So we've added that. The airplane's flying really, really well. Just like I said, a couple little tweaks here and there, but most of the pattern guys, you know, they've flown Vanquishes. It's going to be in that class, you know, for competing, you know, not quite FAI, Masters, Advanced, Intermediate, those guys, and it'll be nice bolt together. I mean, I think it took me a day and a half to put it together. Sure.
Now, power system, Hacker, right?
So this one actually has a Hymax in it, but any of the Hacker
there I go for
60s,
trying to guess.
Yeah, exactly. 10 cells, kind of what we're limited to. 25, 3,000 watts, so 2,500 to 3,000 watts. And 2 mini-size servos and 3 standards, just your typical pattern setup, 80 to 90 amp ESC.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you again, what can a guy get? What's the going rate?
Nothing
yet?
Nothing yet on that one.
Okay.
And that one's actually probably more dependent on these because I'm really critical in the pattern planes.
Sure.
You know, no mixing, you know, the weight's got to be right. So we work so hard with the manufacturer to get it perfect that until we order all of them, we won't have really any clue.
There you go. Now this one has a baby brother.
It does.
Yeah. You want to go take a look at it?
We'll go check that one out.
All right, let's do that. All right, so here's the baby version of the pattern plane without a name. I'm going to give you a hard time about that until you come up with something.
Yeah.
It better be good.
It could be a contest.
There you go. Flying Giants contest. Name that plane.
That's right.
All right, so
feels like we shrunk a little bit, airplane-wise. 61-inch. So, you know, we did the Osiris 3D Hobby Shop. Had a really good time with that. Everybody really enjoyed it. Well, now we want to do our own for our own company. So again, taking the changes that we learned from that and added a T-canalizer for even the smaller airplanes. It's been really, really fun to mess with this. I actually have had this in Yuma with me for the last 3 months flying it. Been stuck down there for work, but you know it's been good. A60, 16S for 6 cells, 12S for 5 cells. You know, typical Osiris setup, 5 to 6 cells. Wanted to go 5 cells for the guys that fly pattern. You know, take it out to the park. They can use half of their 10S batteries, or the guys that have 6 cells. You can throw it in. You know, it's kind of nice that the bigger batteries are coming a little more common now, so you can kind of change the setups around. And that's what we've done with this. Really, really happy with how this one's flying. Right on. This one, real close to getting a name. So when this one has a name, the big one will have a name.
Now you're going Hymax motor also as well.
So
why'd you choose these over some of the other motors out there?
So this one's a Hacker in it.
Okay.
And the Hymax and the big one was more just kind of, you know, to make sure that it works with the lower cost setups. You know, you don't need the $500-600 motors to be competitive. So that has a Hymax in it, but you can also use the Hacker A60, the S motors like we do in the 73-inch laser, just for the 10 cells. So it's a $200 motor instead of a $600 motor, which is what we want to do. We want to bring more people into the industry, into flying pattern. So, you know, you get in, if they want a smaller airplane, here we go. Or if they want a full-blown 2-meter airplane, you know they're not breaking the bank with that one.
There you go. Well, this is a great lineup. You've got your ARS 300, you got your 2 pattern planes, the big one and the small one. You guys have really expanded your fleet.
We're trying. Yeah, we decided to, you know, do it big at Toledo, show all 3 of them.
So how much development time are you putting in on these birds?
It's quite a bit. You know, everyone's a little bit different depending on construction. You know, luckily the ARS came to my parents' house, so my dad and brother worked on that one. I got the little one. So, you know, design development, you're a month or so on, you know, you sit there and look at a computer till you just kind of have this blank stare. So we've kind of been doing that quite a bit, and we have, you know, many more in the works. But, you know, and then you get prototyping, you know, 6 to 8 weeks for those. So I mean, it's a process. You know, these things started well before last summer. So, you know, it's kind of funny how that works, but that's what we want to do. We want to take the time, make it right, and then we'll come out with it.
Well, I know everyone's looking forward to it. So when should we expect all of these beautiful planes to come out?
I would say that you're going to see the ARS is probably going to be the first one, so we're going to focus most of our energy. and that's going to be, I'd say, late summer,
Okay.
early fall.
That's not far.
You know, yeah, it's not really far. We want to make sure that's right before we, before we release them.
And then
these
this
will be
year?
coming. Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
good. All right.
For sure.
Well, because the waiting game.
Yeah,
everyone
that's the hard
wants something
part.
when they see
exactly.
it. So.
2016, I would say, is a safe bet.
Including me.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure seeing you as always.
Appreciate it. You too.
And we hope everything goes well with
Yeah.
these.
Hopefully, it should be a good show.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.